Featuring Fungus.
Making mould that'll turn you off your lunch. Groovy. Make your own lava land.
And the cool power of hot sweat.
Thrills and spills on the bike track. But can the track weather the looming storm?
Life in the ice and snow. How could you live in here?
And how to scare someone with an apple?
But first, out to the bike track where the riders are ready, where the track's been prepared to perfection and where nothing could spoil the fun. Surely.
Here it is, a bike track to test the world's best riders. That's us, Genevieve and Priscilla. The course designers, that's us again, have spent weeks laying out the track, turning Turkey Flat into Mayhem Mountain. And we're pretty proud of our work. Now we're ready to race. May the best biker win. What was that? Sounds like a thunderstorm. Can we race in a storm like this? Not likely. We're ducking for cover. Yay! Perfect racing weather. Oh no, Priscilla's pulling away from me. Ah! Ow! What a fall. What's happened to our track? There used to be a safety slope there. So where is it now? Ah, hang on a minute. All down our slope there are little gullies, and I think I know what made them. Looks like Priscilla and I have some work to do.
If you think that making disgusting bubble sounds with a straw is the best way to annoy your parents,
Daniela!
then here's something that will drive them completely mad. Take a plastic straw and flatten one end with your fingers. The flatter the better. Then cut the flattened end into a point. Flatten it out again. Use your mouth to bite it flat if necessary. Now open the flattened end slightly, take a deep breath and blow. If you're a bit small like me, then it might be a bit hard as your lungs are small. But keep trying. If nothing is happening, then yep, you've guessed it, flatten it out again.
When you blow through the pointed end, it forces the two ends to vibrate very fast against each other and create the duck-like sounds. Cutting the straw varies the pitch of the noise with very satisfying results.
If all goes according to plan, you should be able to make lots of silly noises. And that is guaranteed to drive your parents nuts.
Daniela!
I bet you don't think toilet rolls are very strong. Look, they're easy to twist and tear. But I bet you don't think they can hold my weight, do you? Well, I'll show you. Now, watch this. Carefully. Yay! Told you!
Each toilet roll is a cylinder, a shape that shares any weight that's put on top. So the cylinder is a lot stronger than it looks. Which is why you see cylinders in lots of building structures. Man, it's amazing how simple shapes can be used to stop things tumbling down. Wish we could say the same for our bike track out at Mayhem Mountain.
These are the slopes of Mayhem Mountain before the big thunderstorm. Now, they're gone. So what happened? We've got to find out before we rebuild, and I think the rain was to blame. First, we've got to find out why the steep slope washed away. Let's do a bit of detective work. We'll find out how slopes cope in a rainstorm. I'll just take a baking tray full of soil and prop it up, and we make the other one a little steeper. Now for some rain. The same amount on each tray. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Impressive. As I expected. The steeper slope has lost more soil. The water has moved faster and carried more soil with it. It's called erosion. Okay, so we know the steeper the slope, the more erosion there'll be. But how are we supposed to stop the rain from destroying it again? I've just had a brilliant idea. We'll take some leaves and sticks, then on a mound of dirt, we'll put all the leaves and sticks on one side. Then we'll pour on some water and see what happens. Just as I expected. Those twigs and leaves are saving the soil from erosion. But the side without just washes away. The world's best bike track designers are back in action. By protecting the soil, we can rebuild Mayhem Mountain.
One of the really cool things about having a snowfield for your backyard is that you can go exploring. Look at this! Someone's made an igloo! Wonder if a fisherman built it. I wonder what it's like in there. Let's take a peek. The walls are round like a dome. That's how the snow stays up. Each part of the curve shares the weight of the snow above it. And believe it or not, it can get really warm in here. That's because ice and snow are good insulators. They keep the heat trapped inside. Man, it's too hot in here. Let's go find something else to explore.
Alright, so we've seen toilet wells are strong. How about eggs? Yep, eggs are strong too. Have a look. No, not like that. It may be messy, but you need to cut each egg in half. A piece of masking tape around the middle makes it easier. Now, can I stand on these without breaking them? Oh, will they break? The eggs pull my weight!
Like cylinders, domes are strong shapes because the weight is spread along the whole structure. No single part of the shape supports the weight above, and the eggshells remain uncracked.
Wow, Sophie was brave standing on those eggs.
Yep, our Sophie's pretty daring. But I wonder if she'll be happy about what John has in store for her.
Everyone knows that apples are a healthy, tasty snack. But I'm going to make a bad apple that'll scare anyone off fruit. It's easy to make. Just peel an apple, then carve a nasty looking face on one side. Done! Now to dry him. A bowl of water and a lot of salt is all it takes. Stir all in until it dissolves. Now, just let him swim about in there for a day or so.
It works because the salt has natural drying qualities. It sucks all the moisture out of the apple.
If you leave him in the sun for a few days, he'll get even drier. And now for the scary bit. Go on, dare you to eat that.
Anyone can spin a coin, but how do you make it go round and round without touching it with your hands? Put the coin into a balloon. Then blow up the balloon and tie off the end. Then hold the balloon with the hand at each end. Move the balloon in a circular motion in front of you. Once you have the coin spinning, you can stop moving the balloon and the coin will carry on going round.
This effect is known as Newton's first law of motion. It's the same effect satellites use to stay in orbit. The coin keeps on moving until it runs out of energy and falls down.
Now how do I get my coin out? With a sharp point, of course.
I've always wondered how satellites manage to stay in orbit without falling to Earth.
Yeah, and well, I'm wondering if Priscilla and Genevieve are still in a spin at the bike track.
Our crusade to save Mayhem Mountain begins. Now, what areas are going to need erosion protection? The steep section below the track, for sure. It's got no plant cover at all. This part of the track is going to become a no-go zone for erosion. First, we'll gather some leaves and twigs. Then, we'll put in a few extra plants as well. Hey! Not only the world's best bike track designers, but world-famous landscape gardeners as well. Mayhem Mountain has never looked so good. Now we're all set for some racing. That couldn't be. Surely not another thunderstorm. At least this time I have a good feeling our track isn't going anywhere.
Here we go, Lucas. Just move my bag over, would you?
Oh, this reeks. What on earth is that smell?
Ugh, Nana's liver paste sandwich. A fantastic Fungus Farm. It's mould. The last time I saw the sandwich, it looked fine. That was a week ago at Nana's place. She means well. But I hate liver paste sandwiches. Yuck! So while Nana wasn't looking, I've got an idea. Back in a moment.
Just what do you think you're going to do with all that?
Well, let's cook up a fungus feast and see if mould is on the menu. And you can be the chief taster.
Huh?
Welcome to today's balancing battle. Our challenge is to try and find the most balanced kid. A simple test: knock down the lipstick using nothing more than your nose. First up is Alex. Lipstick at his fingertips, arms behind his back. He bends, he leans, he's over. Next, the amazingly talented and coordinated me. What smooth action, a clear victory. But no matter how many times Alex tries, he will not win. That's because he has more weight in the top part of his body than the bottom. Some people have the larger part of their weight in the lower part of their body. When kneeling, they can shift their weight forward more and reach lipstick without falling down. So nature and skill meant I was destined to win. It's all down to body shape.
Oh, having fun can be hard work.
really hot and sweaty. That's a nice breeze and it's really cooling me off from these sweaty patches. I wonder why that is. Thanks, Dad. Maybe it's the sweat that's cooling me down. It's pretty stinky down there. But if I'm right, sweat's really useful stuff. Time to put it to the test. A really sweaty sock should do the trick. Better not drink that now. Just wring it out to a comfortable sweat level. That should do it. One soaked sock. That should cool me down. And a dry one. If I'm right, one that will stay hot. And now for the breeze. And put my feet up.
Let's take a closer look at what is really happening. As the fan blows, the water in the damp sock evaporates and carries heat energy away with it. The same thing happens when you sweat.
As your body heats up, your sweat evaporates, transferring your body heat into the air. This keeps your body cool. So heat can make you cool, especially when there's a breeze.
Blake! Oi, wake up!
My foot's freezing. That worked too well.
Time to liven things up. Who's in for a drink?
Okay.
4 lemonades, please. Can I have one of your cards? I know a special trick.
Even though we can't feel it, the air around us is always pushing in on us. It's called air pressure. That pressure pushes up harder on the card than the lemonade pushes down. So the drink stays put.
This'll wake the girls up.
Oh, look! Cool!
Here we go. Lemonades all round.
Just what we needed. Thanks, Boulay.
Well done, Boulay. That's a card trick I've never seen before.
And something I'm not sure I want to see again is Joseph's mould meal.
Seems that things might be getting a bit out of hand at Slime Central. Let's see if it grows on us.
I want to give Lucas a meal he'll never forget. But what ingredients have I got? 2 slices of bread for starters.
Just peachy.
Plain yogurt. A can of baked beans. Alright, make yourself useful. We're going to create a few dishes and see which ones mould likes the best. First up on the menu of disgusting delights is peaches, an old favourite. Easy queasy. Cover it with plastic and it's done.
Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. Let's try 2 different bread dishes. First, there's the crusty cut lunch. We'll see if mould takes a hold here. Now for the spit sandwich. Just take a slice of bread and add a little bit of this. Bob's your uncle.
Next up, we have the house special beans. Very easy to prepare.
And I guess we'll need some dessert too. Yogurt. Sweet and simple.
And as with all today's dishes, we just leave them outside. Hopefully by this time next week, these dishes will be really on the turn. Did you know that dinosaurs had rocks in their stomachs?
I reckon you've got rocks in your head.
No, really? Come on. Pretend this bowl is a dinosaur's stomach.
Oh, yuck!
These dinosaurs were plant eaters, so here comes breakfast. But these leaves are a bit big, so I guess they must have chomped on them with their teeth. Chomp, chomp, chomp. With a little bit of saliva for good measure. But even that wasn't enough. So what else do we need? Ah, rocks. That's That's right, they swallowed stones too, which rolled around in their stomachs and ground the leaves. That's how dinosaurs got the nutritious juices they needed.
Yes, that's it. A homemade green thick shake.
Ugh, yuck.
And eating rocks didn't die out in the Stone Age either. Birds like emus and ostriches still do it to help grind up the grass and seeds that they eat. In fact, scientists have taken a closer look inside their bellies and found some of them were half full of rocks. That's a pretty big case of indigestion.
Have you ever seen a lamp like this? Groovy, baby. Well, it's called a lava lamp, and I'm gonna make my own mini lava lamp that doesn't need any electricity. All you need is a glass jar, some water, some vegetable oil, some food coloring, and some salt. First, fill up the glass jar about 2/3 full of water. Then, fill the remainder of the glass jar with vegetable oil. The oil floats on top of the water. Now that the oil has settled, add a drop of food coloring. Now for the salt. Shake a bit of salt on top of the oil and watch closely. Cool! A mini lava lamp! To keep the bubbles going, all you need to do is add more salt. The salt is heavier than the water, so it sinks to the bottom of the jar, carrying a little blob of oil with it. The salt then starts to dissolve, and lets go a blob of oil, which floats back to the top. More salt, more bubbles. Cool! A groovy lava lamp.
Another bright idea from the backyard science team.
But it's not all good news on this show. We have to make one more visit to Joseph's disgusting diner.
Hold on to your stomachs and prepare for the meal I hope you'll never see on your table.
Welcome back to Joseph's foul food kitchen, where the dishes really go off. Mould is the name of the game here, but we need to take precautions, as mouldy food contains harmful bacteria.
Remember how our dishes looked last week? I wonder what's happened in 7 days.
Let's start with the beans. Oh, look at all that mould. That's what we wanted.
Before Joseph could wrap the beans, tiny mould spores, like seeds so small that they're carried in the air, landed on the surface. Over a week, they've put down roots and grown into this fungus farm.
Oh, but the dry toast is a flop. It looks just the same. Maybe the spit sandwich will be better. Yes, it's quite good, in a rotten sort of way. Perhaps it's the moisture that makes a difference. Could be. The yucky yogurt was moist, and it's festering well. Ready for some dessert? So if moisture helps grow mould, then the pukey peaches should be our best yet. Oh, look how furry they've become. The water really helped the mould grow. You wouldn't want that in your lunch, would you? So the toast was disappointing. Yogurt, not bad. Baked beans, outstanding. So you can see the mould like the moistest food's the best. Straight into the garbage bin. Now, how about I make us some real lunch?
No thanks, Joseph. I'm not really hungry.
Ah, thanks guys. I think we really should stop the show there before the health inspectors arrive.
I'm with you. I think we all had our fill of that one. See you next time on Backyard Science.